I don't really have any notes about this, but I guess I'll just... This happened in March 2016. I vlogged this con. I'll link the vlog down below. I don't know if I talked about... I'm pretty sure I talked about this. I'm gonna make a separate video about it, and then I never did. And then he was elected. So, okay, so last year, during Konnichiwa 2016, they brilliantly decided to do the Bernie Sanders rally and the Trump rally and Konnichiwa 2016, excuse me, all in the same weekend. Like, that's what they did. So, let me just start off by saying this is a 3-day con. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm pretty sure I went all 3 days. No, I think I just went on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, Friday was the Bernie rally, and like, it was pretty chill. Like, everyone, I mean, people were kind of staring, and like, they would come up and be like, can I take your picture? And we'd be like, sure, like, that's normal, that's fine. Like, it wasn't a big deal. Some photographers even were like, here, like, if you ever need a photo shoot, like, here's my card. Like, that happened to us. Like, everyone was like super nice. Nobody like really felt threatened or anything. There was a couple of protesters and like really passionate people, but we were just kind of like, get on you, mate, I'm gonna go over there. Like, it was a little weird, but it was like manageable, you know? And then on Saturday, we showed up, and there were so many people there for Trump. And I'm not just talking supporters. There were protesters, there were people screaming, and like, people like making signs about things that like didn't even have to do with Trump at all. I was like, what are you protesting here for? Like, make your own march. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is a convention and you're making people so uncomfortable. People had like firearms, and that wouldn't normally scare me. Like, I've seen people like in restaurants have guns and stuff, but just because of like the political climate at the time, it was like kind of spooky. Because of the way they were acting, it wasn't like they just wore that every day and they were like just chill. It was like they were like yelling at us. We walked up to the convention center, and at the entrance there were people there like taking pictures and videos without asking. People yelling at them, harassing them, like catcalling girls, like 12-year-olds to 20-year-olds. Nobody was safe. Walking up, people were honking horns, trying to talk to us. They were like, what's going on? Like, they were just being really invasive, not in a polite way. Because the day before, people had been saying things like, you know, what's going on here? Like, are you guys at like a concert? Like, what's happening? And we were just like, oh, it's a convention. I'm not sure why they scheduled these two events at the same time. It's a little weird, but oh well, like, we're here now. And then like the people at the Trump rally were just like, get out, what are you guys doing here? Like, people, okay, so we were doing a photo shoot like in our own corner. Like, it was fine. Like, it was in the convention center. Like, it was not like an inappropriate place to be taking pictures. People were just walking by saying stuff like, fuck you, you look like clowns, go shoot up some more fucking heroin, you fucking freaks. Like, just cussing at us, screaming at us, calling us bitches. Like, it was just like a lot. It was a lot. And like, there was a security guard there who was like, sir, please just keep walking if you're trying to get to the Trump rally. Like, the entrance is that way. Like, they were trying to kind of like redirect the flow of traffic elsewhere. That's like the corner where people take pictures. I don't know if you guys have been to the Tucson Convention Center. You know how like the upper floor has those like clear bridges, and like there's an entrance to the outside. It's kind of like an alcove, and then when you go this way, it's like the panel room's up there. We were like in that corner right by the entrance to where the catwalk was on the inside, and that's like where people take pictures and stuff. And I was like, it's just a costume. And like, I said that to the guy, and the security guard was like, don't interact. Like, I understand, like, it's frustrating, but like, it's gonna make it worse if you try to egg them on. They just want a reaction from you. And so we were just like, okay, we should just like go inside. Two of my best friends left. They were like, called their mom. They were like, this is so uncomfortable. And they are Trump supporters. Like, I mean, I don't agree with them politically, obviously, but like, we talked about it, it's fine. They're like good people. But they were like uncomfortable. They were like, these people aren't saying like we need to go. As soon as we were like, we need to go inside, just a full horde of people flooded into like the other building, and like we heard Trump's voice, and we were like, oh my god, we're in the same building as this like cretin. We need to like leave right now. And so we went back inside, and I think there were two of our friends who like didn't hear us or whatever, and so they ended up getting like trapped in this flow of just like horrible people, like flooding into this, like yelling and screaming, videotaping. Like they have their whole other story. I don't like know what was going on, but they got like pressed up against this pillar because people like wouldn't let them leave. Like they were just like being so like demanding in the way they were walking past him, is like they couldn't like get out of the crowd. Like they got stuck there. They like came back inside and we were like, where were you guys? They were like, we literally got like stuck, pressed up against that like pillar out there. And we were like, oh my god, like what is happening? And so then we went back outside a little while later to check and see what was going on. And it was like when Trump was about to arrive. So like the Secret Service and everyone was like out there and they had all their guns and stuff and they were like pointing them like up. We were like, what is happening? And like everyone was like looking down, like staring, taking pictures, and I was like, what if somebody has like a prop weapon and they can't see the zip tie? Like what if one of these Secret Service people saw somebody just walking up who hadn't got their weapon peace bonded yet, and like what if somebody was cosplaying like Supernatural and had like the thing that Kane gave them or whatever? Like what if he's like walking up, he has this fucking knife and they just shoot him because they don't know? Like I don't know, like it was just like, what is happening? This is so spooky. It was interesting to see how like chill the Bernie people were, and I'm not saying like it was comfortable to be around them, but it was definitely more comfortable than being harassed like constantly all day on Saturday. So then when they finally left, like it was just a lot of energy, and like when we had to go out to eat, we walked like several blocks away and there were still people there screaming at us, and we were like leave us alone, like we're just here to do our own separate thing. Like we were trying to explain to these people who were like harassing us, we were like, we're here for our own event, like you need to leave us alone. And then they would just be like, fucking bitch, and they would just like leave, and we'd be like, okay, well at least he's like leaving. And my dad talked to this one guy who was really confused, and like my dad looks like he could be a Trump supporter because he's like an old biker guy. So like all these people would go talk to him like, what the fuck is going on, am I right? And he'd be like, no, actually like my daughter's here, like he would like explain it to them, and they'd be like, oh okay. They would like hear it from him, but because I was dressed up as Kaneki with one red eye, they were like, who the fuck are you? Like I don't want to hear your opinion. The extremists on Trump's side are harmful in real life as well. The liberal extremists do not want to harm people, but the conservative and right-wing extremists do, in my experience, and I'm talking from experience living in a red state. It's really scary, and like they had guns and stuff, and I know they couldn't have shot us, but like the fact that if that security guard wasn't there, like you don't know what would have happened. Like it was just really scary. These people are like, they came out of the woodworks all of a sudden, and it's like America has taken 800 steps backwards. But it's like, it's bad, guys, and I know I promised I would make this video when it was more relevant, and I didn't want to like just be like, well, it's been like over a year. I didn't really have an agenda posting this other than to just share my experience and like kind of just as food for thought. I have friends who support Trump, I have friends who support Bernie, I have friends who support Hillary, I have friends who support nobody. Story time. That was a story time, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll have lots of more opinionated videos coming out soon about a lot of stuff that I think you guys, it's relevant in the cosplay community. Obviously every video I make, I try to make it relevant. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Put out new videos every weekend. Mika Chan Out.